Evening Captain, it is I, Kieran, and when given the option of if you want the good news or the bad news first, you're going to choose the bad news. So we're going to start off with my worst books of 2020. Now, being a book reviewer, you have to be fair, you have to be honest, you have to say what you do not like. It's utterly important. If you like something that I don't like, hey, guess what? If I give a negative review to something, you might like it. You know, I think recommendations aren't really associated with positive reviews, but the amount of people who I have different opinions from, who have given a negative review to a book, I then picked that up out of curiosity and really got on with it, you would be surprised. But it's not as if something happened on Twitter recently, which apparently we're never allowed to give negative review. Like, what type of world are we living? These are going to be the worst books of 2020 because guess what, people? Not every book you read is going to be good. So let's just start off. The most recent one I finished reading, Josiah Bancroft's Senlin Ascends, where a man ascends the Tower of Babel to find his wife slowly, inefficiently, humdrum. Josiah Bancroft's writing is very to the point. The information that he wants to give you as a reader, he will give you. There's no excess, there's no room left. However, the only issue with this book is his characters are hyperbolized to the nth degree in naivety, in just thick. For Senlin's naivety is strung along so far into the book, it becomes an absolute annoyance. There's no getting away. Senlin will put himself into situations, and as Bancroft's writing about these situations, you're there going, yes, I've got we've gone through like 7 levels of Babel now. I understand. With each floor of the Tower of Babel that you explore, you will stumble, you will take 5 minutes to rest, to gather your surroundings, which impedes the pace, which impedes the plot. And even though the plot is given to you at the beginning, Senlin is going to find his wife. You know, at the end, he might find his wife. There are 2 other books and people have praised those in regards to how it actually brings female characters in and actually has female characters. It's very male. It's a very male book, this. And Senlin's wife is the most interesting character, and she's absent. The book is absolutely infuriating, but the next book didn't even frustrate me. It didn't frustrate me. This is Kiley Reid's Such a Fun Age, which can merely be just suppressed to one word: flat. Not a lot happens in this book. It's quite dull, it's quite easy to read, but I got nothing from it. The only redeemable thing is how Kiley Reid writes children. That character was really good, but the rest of it is flat. There's not much you could say about Reid's book because it itself does not have much to say. It presents a lot, but it doesn't talk about it. A book that throws everything at you and thinks that you will have lots to talk about, and everyone praises it, but I don't really understand why anyone has anything good to say about this book, is Ali Smith's How to Be Both, which is... This book wants to be really clever, and I'm under no illusion. Half of the things Smith is talking about, I have no clue about. They go straight over my head, some of the references, but it's so chock-a-block. It's a little bit like a casserole, but you haven't really got all the ingredients, so you'll just keep adding away at it, and you just stick at anything to it, and then go, this is cock a van, and you're like, but it has a cinnamon stick in it. It's just an absolute hodgepodge, and I don't like Ali Smith as a writer. I think anyone who's watched this channel for long enough knows my absolute just like dismay towards Ali Smith. I don't get it. I don't get it. Everyone else seems to like just open their arms to Ali Smith and say, yes, Ali Smith, give me everything. And Ali Smith does just give everything. This book just frustrates me with the barriers that it puts in place. The language isn't easy, the sentence structure's messy, it's all over the place. The book is all over the place, and somehow people think it's good. It ain't. Want to know another book which isn't great? It's The Magpie Society by Zoe Sugg and Amy McCulloch. The beauty of this book is that these two people wrote a book that did not need to exist. Now, you might think I'm being quite harsh there, but literally the plot starts on the penultimate page of a 320-page book. There's a second one going to be released in 2021. Again, I will 100% be reading that. I do not believe that anything that happens in this first book will inform the second book at all. The book just doesn't need to exist. Why is this book even split up into two? Just do like a 500-page novel and just link it all together. At least then you could be like, okay, the plot starts about halfway. I could go with that a little bit. It's an absolute waste of time. And the book is just there to line people's pockets. That's all this book is all it's made for. I do not believe that Zoe and Amy sat down and went, we're going to write a really good first book, because they just didn't. It's going to have no impact on the second book. Anything that happens in the second book could clearly stand alone. Now, this book I will 100% own to say this was the worst book of 2020. Now, before I tell you what the title is, even though you could probably just go in the description and deduce, because it's going to be the last one in the list. Because when I gave my review on this, I wanted to give a fair criticism to the book and not the person. What the comment section has shown me is that for some people it's really difficult to separate that the writing in the book is crap. I don't actually hate the guy. I like the guy. I got nothing bad to say about him. But can he write a book? No, not in any way, shape or form. People did tell me that he wrote it when he was 17, but I'm really sorry. At 17, you should be able to like construct a basic sentence. Now, people in the YouTube comments were quite keen to make me aware that I was hating on him. I should be supporting him. Now, some of those people, let me tell you this, some of those people, even though they say lovely things and justify the author in the comments, as soon as I wore my kipper in a video, were straight away in my Instagram DMs calling me a kike, wishing the Holocaust again. I understand that you want to defend this person because he's brought you back into reading, but going down an anti-Semitic route privately, not even owning it, to going into the the publicly aware YouTube comment, is a little bit shady. And when you're commenting things being like you shouldn't be hating on someone, do you not see the hypocrisy here? Maybe go and buy his book. Maybe support the author like I did. Buy his book, read it, and understand how absolutely frustrated it is. And also, if you do want to defend the author, maybe don't go for anti-Semitism. You probably guessed what it is anyway. It's R.C. Waldun's Deluded disguise, a book so horrendous that even the first sentence wants to kill itself. This book is horrendous, and even Mr. Waldun in my review agreed with me. This book is just the epitome of undergraduates who read a few too many classics, therefore think they are the Renaissance man, that they know best. Message of this story just screams that if you read enough Emerson, if you read enough Hemingway, Proust, that you'll be cleverer than everyone else. You'll know it all, and you can tell, you can look people in the eye and tell them how thick they are. They're so stupid. And this does actually happen in the book. You just laugh at women for not knowing who authors are, as if they have other interests. It's just crap. I know that. And he knows that. And you should know it too. This book's horrendous. Though, I'm happy that Waldun's going down this creative path to better himself in his craft. Because L'Académie, I'm very much interested in it. I believe Waldun's matured in how he comes to a story. So L'Académie, I'm really excited for. I feel as though we're going to have Waldun in his stride. I will give us a book that's actually decent, actually worthwhile reading, and has no silly, stupid errors. Thank you for watching this far. And these were the worst books of 2020. And the KD Award of Worst Book of 2020 is R.C. Waldun's Deluded Disguise. Happy New Year. Read classics, be smarter than everyone else, apparently.